Okay, let me get this camera in their position. And we're live from Hack Shack Studios.
Hey guys, welcome to Hacks Chat. Welcome to Hack Shack Studios. I'm Thibert, and I have been working in the comic book industry for over 30 years for comic companies such as Marvel, DC, Image, and as always, there's the wonderful and talented Taylor. Say hi.
Hi, everybody. I'll be reading your chat today, so feel free to ask Art any questions or chime in on what you're seeing.
Yes, chat away. So we thought what might be fun is give you a little bit of a glimpse at the studio here. It is a mess. It is a complete and utter mess. This Kickstarter is just throwing the whole house is actually. So a lot of the black and white vault stuff is just scattered around the studio. So I'm going to show you some of that, and we found some treasures too. And I thought what might be fun is to show you some of the aspects of the remastering and what that is. And so you're probably wondering what you've been looking at. Don't look at this. This is horrible. I'm going to put this over it.
In that case, I'm going to zoom in right here.
Yeah, don't look at that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the black bar. Yeah, this was an exercise. Man, I should have blocked it out sooner. Now I'm embarrassed.
Aloha, Art, says Denali.
Hey, Denali. Oh, cool. Aloha. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this panel right here. And so what the remastering is this I'm digitally redrawing stuff on the computer, but I'm also doing stuff outside the computer, things that are a little bit more complex, things that I really want to change, that I can't do within the computer. So at Marvel and DC, they used to call these patches. So these happen all the time. They didn't happen as much at Marvel, but they happen a lot at DC, where the editor might not like the drawing that was done, or storytelling wise it wasn't that clear. And so what they would do is they would have the artist redo the panel, and then they would patch it in. And so that's what we're going to do for you today. But I'm going to give you a glimpse at some other stuff as well. So this is 1994 here. And so I hope you can see the pencils here. So this is the new version. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up for you guys. And then the hand, this is Gray talking to Reed through his patented spy watch. And I'm gonna keep this digitally. It's already downstairs on the computer, and then I'm gonna ink this, and then I'm gonna put this in its place. And then this panel right here is a little too exaggerated. I didn't like it, so I brought the mouth in and I changed it a little bit. And these characters are also way more on model with the way the remastering Gray looks. So when we go downstairs, there's a panel that's up here that is of Gray, and you'll see that these will fit way more in model than the old stuff did. So we have that, and then this is a minimal aspects of what we're doing here. Is you can kind of, I don't know if you can see, this is Whitney's face and this is Reed's shoulder and his arm. So it's basically this and this, and then the arm down. So you can see the hand, it's kind of cropped. And also this hand was just drawn in real quick digitally, and so was her hand. But I didn't like them, and they were just kind of holding places because the original page ended right here. So a lot of things that we're doing is we're not just remastering, this is still work in progress of remastered, which is I go over painstakingly with a brush and digitally go over all the lines, tighten them up, and then I also augment things and change things and shift things around, which we'll show you, in another video, hopefully. So then, all this didn't exist, so I need to draw her hand. I think it also cropped here. I think the end of the panel was here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. And then, so we added this. It just looks better. So, but I needed a hand. And so what I did is it gets cropped like right here, so you won't see this part of the hand. So this is all the hand you'll see. So I redrew it and then inked it up. And then I went from this hand here. Maybe I'll do it this way. It'll be easier to see. Her hand here to this hand here. I thought it would be more interesting if his is flat like this, then hers is coming forward instead of like both of them kind of in the same kind of direction. It'll add more dramatic and dynamics to it. And so he's cutting in front of her. So I had this little idea that like if she's like, hey, you know, so this is the hand gesture for, hey, you're getting in my way. So then that hand here will go right in here. And I think it'll help the storytelling. Like he's pushing in front of her and she's just like, hey, what are you doing? So she's obviously making the, hey, what are you doing face. So we have that. And then I started doing a doodle here and I didn't like it. So this little doodle became this doodle. And so this, it's not finished yet. This is still work in progress. But it's going to be this doodle. So this is the 94 version, and then this is just the thumbnail for the new version. And then I'll tighten this up in pencils, and then I'll ink it up, and then we'll do the same thing with this. We'll put this in here, which is the same thing that we're going to show you that we're going to do with this panel of gray. So let's see. I haven't inked in a while, so let's see if I can bring this together. So I'm going to be inking the gray panel there. I gotta get my brush all primed. I think I got too much water on it. It's very hot still in California, so my ink is drying very, very quick. So I think I'll start with some easy stuff, some easy outlines. Yeah, this is really grayed down, but I'll do my best. It'll dry out quick enough.
Denali says, so you're adding a bit more character expression subtlety with this patch then, Art?
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff that we're adding. So it's not, and it's also not just going to be artwork. You know, we're going to have all new colors and all new writing. So the story is pretty much, I believe, and Taylor can chime in here, that it's going to feel like a totally different story.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you have the original 90s version, you could buy this too, and it's going to even be better. And it will be like reading it for the first time. So it's not going to seem like we're just, you know, just putting new panels in or whatever. I mean, it's going to feel like a completely new experience. And it's going to be a lot more contemporary too, so it's going to feel like a 21st century book versus, you know, a late 20th century book, which is what it was. So I'm putting this together, and hopefully I can do this quick enough that you guys don't get bored, and also that Taylor's arm doesn't get tired.
Sorry if I get a little shaky, you guys. Need my Steadicam.
Yeah, the thing is, on this, I have to, I think, invest in some kind of rigging so I can put the camera here.
I do have the 4 issues, the 3 issue name, and the code name black and white, so I'm looking forward to the remastered.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it won't disappoint. It's going to be really, really good. Let me smooth this out a little bit here.
Okay, I'm just going to let it focus. There we go.
Yeah, the one thing about this isn't the best way to do this. We debated whether to do this as a video where we could produce it or do live, but I think you guys like to see me screw up live. So here goes. I'm not used to drawing with so many eyes on me, so we'll kind of soften this a little bit with some hatching. Maybe I should channel, what's the guy with the little trees?
Bob Ross?
Bob Ross.
Yeah, are you going to use all brush on this, or?
Yeah, pretty much on this. sometimes I'll change it up. I'll go a little brush and then I'll go a little pen.
I like art, says Mary Needlepoint.
On the curves, I always have to rotate the page just so I can keep my hand in the right position and follow the trajectory of the line. I know it makes for dizzying viewing, but I'm trying to keep this as straight as possible.
People in the chat wanted to know if this is Big Boss. I think you should explain who this character is a little bit.
Go for it, Taylor.
Okay, so this is Brooks Gray. He's a longtime friend of Reed, kind of like a father figure to him. And they both have a past in MI10. They kind of work together, and he stuck around, and he's still kind of involved in his life. And he's also the creator of the black and white suits.
Yeah, when he was with MI10, and MI10 is kind of it's a little made up. So this is a slight future tense story. So it's not too far in the future, but it is in the future. And so MI10 is the robotics division of MI6. So it's all British, intelligence. And so Gray was in charge of MI6, just the robotics division, but not the whole division. So he was kind of a head designer and worked on bringing all the technologies and stuff. So the idea behind MI10 is that that in the future there's going to be a lot of robotics and things like that, and so they're going to have a way to combat these robotics and fight if they go rogue or anything like that. So the idea here is that MI6 has a division that can deal with this problem, and so that's kind of where Reed, Blackett, aka Black, and Gray come in, because that's kind of their expertise. I always like to do a break at the lip here. I don't want to draw the complete lip because mustaches a lot of times cross over.
Everybody's saying aloha to each other. I'm glad that that caught on.
Yeah, Mike. We're trying to signal each other to go to Mike's Aloha channel.
Not till after this.
Yes, don't go. This epic journey is just beginning here. Okay, put a little bit more weight in that side because of the shadow. Right in here. And then come in here. He's got quite the cookie duster there.
Dynamic mustache.
So let me fix this. So this all here is going to be black. So he's kind of in the shadows. He's just found what the big bad is up to, and he's going to report it back to to read. So let's do this.
You guys will see once this once you get the actual book, this is kind of a pivotal story point.
Yeah, we don't mess around here. Got a little clef. And there's going to be a shadow. I don't have to be too neat because this is going to kind of bleed off. And then his wrist is going to fit in here.
Amazing work, says Hakan.
Thank you, Hakan.
Or Hakan.
Hakan.
I'm not sure how to properly pronounce your name.
I like that better. Okay, add a little weight in here. So I think we just have the hair to do. A lot of this side is going to be cut off, but I wanted to do it anyway. Sometimes you have to draw more than you need to find the position for things.
If you guys watch the portfolio reveal, you'll probably remember Art says a lot to draw through things to get it right, and this is exactly why.
Yeah. I guess some people can do it. I can't. I really need to draw through things. Finish this up so we can go downstairs. Also, you've heard me talk about like Hack Shack. I guess we'll call it Hack Shack North and South. Like we have an upstairs and a downstairs. We're working on getting a computer up here, but if you look up Taylor, let me move the lamp. All I have is a TV set and a stereo, so I hardly watch movies at all up here. It's mostly just music because I always feel like I don't want to be distracted, and I think if I was distracted too much with a computer up here, I'd never get any work done. So I purposefully always kept the computer downstairs. But now that a lot of this black and white remaster is going to be done digitally, I think I'm going to bring a computer up here so I can work up here.
Mike S. Miller's work environment mystifies me. He's working in a literal zoo, says Northern Light.
Yeah, he gets a lot of work done in a very chaotic environment. I mean, it's not my thing, but more power to him if he can get things done. I never can. Okay, so let's get in here. I'm going to overlap this a little bit just so I don't get into trouble with the digital. And let me get a little more ink. I'm sorry if my volume's down when I'm working. I kind of concentrate, so I can't really project that well. So this is going to take a little bit more concentration. And then this little mix. And so, you know, I don't know, maybe I should draw this in. I'm gonna move over here for a minute. I wasn't planning this. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm going to draw the wall. There's a wall here. Once again, I'm drawing through a lot of stuff. It looks a little sloppy now, but I'm hoping that this will all come together for you guys. So then this wall, it's just going to be in this corner, but I'm going to do more than I need. Just in case.
Hello to all the new people joining us in the chat on this
Yes, hello everybody.
afternoon, I guess.
No, we're still in the morning. Well, I guess it depends on where you're at. Here in California, it's still morning. I'm gonna do a little dry brush there to match the original.
Hakan asked, digital ink or traditional? Which one is more easy for you?
I like this better, but I'm starting to do a lot more on the computer, and I like that as well. I'm just gonna complete this jaw so you guys can see. It looks better. Even though it's gonna crop. Let me get my pencil. Well, I'll just get my ink here. It's gonna crop in here somewhere. And then up here. So let me erase this real quick. And then here's a couple cleanups, but I can do those digitally. I would probably do them here on the board, but I want to get this show moving. Okay, so we have the new gray here. And so let's do this. So we're gonna move from, let me get my lid for my ink. Where is my pack for my ink? There it is. So we got this here. So then we're gonna walk downstairs, and I think we're just gonna continue the stream. Yeah, hello, hello. This is kind of the little work area I got here. So welcome. Let me get my glasses on so I can see. All right. So we're walking. Oh, wait. Yeah, don't trip on that. We got some stuff here. So the studio is a mess. It is a mess. But the reason it's a mess is because we've been going through the vault. And we've been finding all kinds of cool stuff for the Indiegogo. So here's the postcard. These are from '94. And you can see the backs printed up there. And then we even have the trading card.
Check that out, you guys.
And so this was 10. I think it was a set that Extreme Studios put out. So
ooh, it says in a city.
Ooh, in a city where Law and Order, yeah, so this is probably well before the series came out, I bet. I bet this was early promotion. So we have that. And I think one of we're gonna do this later actually. It's not one of the tiers yet, but we're gonna have a tier. This one's all messed up because everything's kind of old. You can see the corner here.
But it's signed.
But we have a few good ones left. Somehow the bulk of them got damaged over the years. So we got one or two, and we're going to offer that in the in a tier that we have up and coming. So we have that, and then here's the much coveted dash can. Yes. Oh my gosh, I just saw this. Oh, cool. Check this out. Okay. This is an uncut
See if we can fit this whole thing in the
Death
camera.
of Superman trading card set. Is it upside down? It's upside
This is
down.
on the side. Let's see.
Is this more
There we go.
right side up? Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I can't really tell.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, some of them are
I'll give
probably
you guys
horizontal as well.
Give you guys a closer look.
And I think I have a card or two in the set. So DC, whenever they decided they were going to kill off Superman, I don't remember what year it was, But these are this is the trading card set that DC put out way back when, and so they gave me an uncut card set. Oh, it's right here. It's right there. That's mine. The Metropolis. So that was. I think there might be another one in here as well.
Nice.
So let me see. This is what. It's really heavy cardboard, so it's hard to unroll. But yeah.
Just to give you guys an idea of the size of this thing.
Yeah. So this was the uncut. I should probably try to take care of this thing better. They only have one. So yeah, we got that. So let me put this down here. And let's finish this. So I'm gonna walk past you. So here's the hall, my family.
Aww.
They're so cool, yeah. And so, oh my gosh, I forgot. Okay.
Oh, you guys, you're gonna die.
Yeah. So this is, I used to collect animation cells in the day, and so this was really cool because I got the background. There are two overlays. So there's the background. Oh, this one's on this cell, but I have a background one as well, and then I have the original pencils, and I have every one of the drawings for this entire scene. So this entire scene in the movie, I think it's like eight different drawings, and I have the background and the pencil drawing to go with it. So I have all 8 of them.
The chat is loving it.
Yeah, it's pretty
huh,
cool. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even remember how I got them, but it's like the entire scene. So I have 8 of them. I gave a couple to friends, just in hopes that we would be friends forever. So one I gave to Mark Pasella, who's a close friend, and Dan Panosian, who's a good friend.
That is amazing, says Moxnix.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, I like the rough drawings. So this is Jafar by is it Andreas?
Andreas Deja?
Deja, yeah. So these are his roughs before the cleanups.
I'm getting close so you guys can check it. Look at the fluidity of this.
Yeah, he's really good. It's like a baby Herman.
You guys probably recognize that.
Give me some racing forms, toots. Is that All Good Dogs? I don't know.
Oliver and Company?
Oliver and Company, yeah.
Yeah,
Good
that's
call.
DeSoto. I still remember that Doberman's name.
DeSoto. So now.
And Tigger too.
Yeah, Tigger too.
Check this out.
That's not the original background.
Oh, really?
Somebody gave me. Yeah, it's an original background, but it's not an original background from that movie.
Pretty
I just thought it looked cool. So we got the Grinch. I'll try not to burden you with all this, but there's some cool stuff.
We gotta show him this
Superman
one though too.
Is good.
The genie.
Yeah, the genie.
And then Superman. There's a little bit of a glare on this one. I
Yeah.
hope you guys can see it.
This cell right here, it's from the Bubblegum Crisis. I like it because it's a pan. It's a pan cell.
Oh, that's cool. That's why it's all long.
Yes, that's why it's long. So I think these are the 3 different like screenshots. So I don't know if it goes up to down.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's
Yes,
like
it goes
split.
here and then here and then here.
You
So
see
these
that,
are
you
original
guys?
pencils. Yeah.
Kind of got the cues on it. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I haven't put this one up.
Oh my gosh. You guys know that guy?
So we're gonna try to get downstairs without Taylor falling.
Let's spin this way.
Okay, so that was Hack Shack North. So now we're going to Hack Shack South. And I think if it wasn't for these stairs, I would never get any exercise at all. It's hard to be an artist. You don't move around a lot.
Here's where the magic happens.
Yeah, so this is Hack Shack South, so this is where the computer is. And I think I'm gonna let Taylor set that up so she doesn't have to hold it anymore.
Sorry if I was shaky, you guys. All right, let's zoom in so you guys can get a better look at this one.
Yeah, this is not a Hollywood production.
Yet.
Yet.
All right.
All right. So this is the page that we were going to put this patch into. So I'm going to scan it here. Maybe we put it up there too soon. So I'm going to scan it. So I go over here.
You guys will hear some scanner noises, so don't get scared.
Yeah, don't be frightened. So we need high quality
It's
here.
the Blair Witch style camera. Rhaegar, it was not that bad. My nose was starting to sweat though with that disgusting scene.
Yeah, it's hot here, and we don't run the air, so you guys don't have that crazy sound going. Oh, hey, while this can I? No, I can't do that. I was gonna go to another tab. Ooh, we could do this. Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's check this out.
Okay, 13,862, 250 backers, and if I haven't thanked you guys enough, thank you. I will continue to thank you because this is nothing short of amazing. Should we refresh, Taylor? What should
Let's
we do?
do it.
Let's refresh. I'm gonna mosey on over to this refresh button. Like Taylor said, don't be alarmed. That's just the scanner. All right, here we go. Drum roll. The scanner drum roll.
Oh, I don't know if you can hear it.
Okay, boom. Yeah! Forte! 112. You guys are blowing me away. The reason the numbers are really important is because we put the flexible goal at 10,000, but that really does just pay for the printing expense and the Indiegogo, their chunk of the campaign. So that's like the minimum, but the colorist, letterer, to get Taylor and I paid, to get my wife paid to edit this thing, anything else to pay for the campaign, we have to overfund, and we have to overfund by a lot. These books are really expensive to put together. I'd say most of these campaigns, unless they're going to lose their shirt on, need to do like 40 to 50 at minimum to kind of make these things happen. But we'll come back to this. So thank you guys. That's pretty amazing. We have our page scanned.
And check the description in a minute. I'm gonna trying to clear my throat. Sorry. I'm gonna add the link to that campaign.
You kind of sound sexy. You got that horsey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to crop this in so I don't have a bunch of, and I'm going to darken this a little bit. So I hit my adjustments, go to my levels, and darken the blacks up a little bit so you can't see too many of the brush strokes and things. Okay. So I think I'm going to crop this a little bit more. There's a lot of extra here. I realize I'm talking low again. I will project.
Yeah, let us know if the sound is coming in, you guys.
Okay, so we got that. There's my Brooks Gray doodle. And let's go back to the page. So do I AC this one? I do, right? Let's do that then first.
When you get Brooks Gray, you get perfection.
Yeah, that's true. So then let's VT this. Where is it? It didn't come through. Control VT.
Try it again.
Yeah.
Copying it again.
Whoop, whoop,
Oh no,
whoop,
spoiler.
whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so Control AC.
All right.
Oh, do I have to lock this? Is it still in that mode?
Oh, you know what? I think it's still in crop.
Yeah, so do I just click on crop again? What do I just, any tool?
Yeah, hit crop, and then hit something else.
Just anything? Okay. It was
Yeah, this is CS6 of Photoshop, so when you hit the crop, it kind of stays.
Yeah, it was in that mode. So let's, yeah, I think this will work now. VT. There we go. All right. So this is the panel that we're going to move this guy over into. And I want to change my opacity so I can see through it. So you can tell it needs to be bigger. So let's see if I can do this. I'll blow this up too so you can see more of what we're doing here. But this happens all the time in comics. You guys never see it, but there's patchwork that's done a lot in comic book. So, like I said earlier, sometimes it's the character's not on model. Sometimes editorially, they just, it's not quite, the storytelling isn't quite working. There's a lot of things. I'm glad I drew those little crop marks because I'm going to try to line it up with those just to get myself a basic position.
That was a good call.
I also think it's a little bit more skewed than, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rock this bad boy a little bit. Let's see if, oh, there it goes. Okay. So now it's more straight up and down, and it looks like it's still a smidge too big. Let's bring it down a smidge. It's bring down it downtime. Okay, so that's my new line. Let's move this over. Okay. I know it's hard to see because there's two, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing here because it's transparent. So you know what we can do? I know what we can do. Let's just change the opacity so we can see where we're at. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay.
What's wrong with the original panel as Northern Light?
I thought it was self-evident, but the drawing wasn't quite on model and it was a little ugly. I think I've gotten a lot better since. So one of the things is I'm trying to bring this up to the level that I draw now versus the level in 94. I think I'm a lot better artist now. So I don't know if there's a lot of artists out there, but one of the things we as artists do is, at least I do, I always want to go back and just, you look at your work and go, man, I could do that so much better now. So I think this is a little bit of that, like bringing it back and revisiting and bringing it up to a level that's more of what I can do now versus then.
Thank you, Piece of Power Slave. And if you guys check the description, we actually have the link to the Indiegogo up for those of you who haven't backed yet or are curious about checking out the project.
Is his name Pizza?
A piece of
Power
Piece
Slave. Of Power Slave. I was like, pizza. Oh man, it's almost lunchtime. I'm getting hungry. So then I erase and we'll see what we got here. I don't know how tight I'm going to get with this. I just want to give you a basic kind of idea of what we're doing. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the original drawing. It's just a personal preference for me that I want to make it the most absolutely perfect book I can make it with the skills I have now. So let's just grab his arm and his communicator and bring that detail out so we can see it. I'm going to clean this stuff up as well. You guys will notice, I mean, if you were to see this stuff side by side, which we'll do some of those comparisons later, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here on how much better this is going to look. So am I at 100% capacity? Why is it still transparent? What did I do? What did I do?
Try shifting it now.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There.
Boo. I should have done a countdown for that. So it still needs to be moved over a little bit more, but this is the new version of it. Let me clean this up a little bit here.
There we go.
So boom, baby. So this is page 13. And I'm still going to tweak and work on that a little bit. But the cool thing is, not that. That's pretty darn cool.
Is.
That's pretty cool. But we got this back. from our colorist last night. And this is one of the new pages. You guys like what's remastered? This is remastered. This is a brand new page that wasn't in the original comic. So this was done just for the remastering. And how do you say his name, Taylor?
Perea?
Perea? My goodness, this could not be any better. I think all the different colorists we've had in the
What
past.
number colorist? Asked Devilish Boredom.
Oh my gosh. What is this, Taylor?
13?
No,
after
no.
Kyle, he's 14.
14. I think Kyle was 14. I think this is 15.
By the way, you guys, this is the infamous page 6. If you've been listening to our other chats, which this is the page that was kind of the make or break point with every colorist we've worked for. Dang, I like this. Everyone in the chat really likes this.
This is cool, right? Yeah, I think we had a couple notes, and once we get those back, maybe when we get some time, we can put it in the campaign and show it off, because it's a really, really nice piece. He really knocked it out of the park, as they say.
It's perfect, says Sketch Therapy.
It's amazing. Like, it doesn't look like he did that much different than the other colorists. He just did it all better. So it's just so much better. I mean, this is a full page spread, so he put a lot of detail into the faces. And look at these folds right here and the way the light's hitting. Nothing short of amazing. So I'm very, very excited about this. I hope you guys are as well.
And like Art said, this is an added page that wasn't in the original book. And we actually have a push goal to add more pages like this to the book itself. So if you want to see more updated pages like this, we got to meet those push goals.
Yeah, so what we're going to, this has another page added in the sequence, but we have one of the stretch goals where we want to add pages. So that will be one of the pages that will be added. So this scene was originally just a one-page scene in the book, but we were very limited in what we could do back then when we got the green light from Image and Extreme. So this was a really simple in and out scene. And so I think it was a 6 or 7 panel page. So what we've done is this page will be in the new version. So it's 2 pages, but Taylor and I were talking and we came up with a great third page that it'll basically create a scene, right? So instead of just kind of doing the minimum in and out, we'll get into the more detail.
Yeah, we got to expand upon it.
Taylor just found this. So this is the original page, and as you can see, it was just a one-page situation. So we're going to have this that's going to ease into the next page, and then what we're hoping is that there will be another page that we can end the scene, and we got a nice little hook that Whitney gets in, a nice jab that she gets in at the end, which will be a nice visual. So if you guys have any questions about the remastered or anything, fire away. I think it's working. I mean, with this guy and all the remastering that I'm doing, I believe this is going to be one of the better books that I've ever done.
Sorry, Ted asked, is this a panel or a splash page? This is a splash page.
Yeah, this is a whole splash page. So this is literally page 6. So there it is, page 6.
This is kind of her character introduction.
She's kind of got the million-mile stare. She's not real happy with her position where she's at right now in the story. So we have that. So should we should take some questions and see what we have, and then maybe we can talk quickly about the push goals. So
I don't see any questions. I see people praising the page.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's just a start. That is just a start. It's going to get better and better and better. So, yeah, let's scroll down.
Oh, Primark asked, with the success of this campaign, are you guys considering making sequels? That's a good question.
That's a great question. Go ahead, Taylor.
Well, as far as this campaign, this is a volume 1 of a 2-part story. So there is a follow-up to this particular story to complete this black and white arc, if that's what you guys are asking. So this is 2 parts, but as far as in the future, I think we kind of talked about possibly continuing the story.
Yeah, so this is for volume 1 or issue 1, and then we're hoping once we get the books done and get them out, that we're going to do another campaign for issue 2, another 48-page graphic novel, and that should wrap up this story arc, or that will wrap
The
up this
origin
story.
story.
Yeah, the origin story, and it's mostly like Whitney's origin and the team dynamic origin, and then Pamela and I in '95 or whatever, we tried to release it as an ongoing, and the market just didn't bear it. It didn't support it because the market was crashing about 95, I think, 96. And so we got one issue out and just couldn't sustain it. The numbers just didn't sustain. So we had to kind of, well, I had to fold up the indie dream and then go back to Marvel. And it was kind of hard because we had just made a big to do when we formed Image. So I had to put my tail between my legs. If I had a tail, I would have put it between my legs and went back to Marvel in a way to, keep us alive, to keep money coming in. So that dream never went away. So that's why this is so important to me now, 25 years later, to be bringing this book back and bringing it to you guys, and actually hopefully fund it in a way that we can sustain our existence and then keep putting out product. So like Taylor said, if this all goes well, like I said, I know this is asking a lot, but 40 to 50 grand to finance this thing so we can do the next book, and then, hopefully keep putting out books for you guys, which is the ultimate goal. So you want to read the stretch goals, Taylor?
Yeah. Okay. So right now, what are our numbers? We're at 14.
Let me go back.
Just to be sure. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So we're at
I'll refresh it after you do this too.
Okay, so we're at 14. So once we get to 15K, we'll hit our first stretch goal, and that's to get Pamela Thibert, who co-wrote the original series with Art, to get her signature on all the graphic novels.
She'll also be coming in on this issue as editor-in-chief, and somebody's got to crack the whip because Taylor and I, we're out of control most of the time.
Yeah, and you guys you've heard her in some of the streams if you've been joining us for a while.
I think we're going to have her on later this week, and I'm going to do an interview with her, and we're gonna talk about the original series, and then how special this new remastered is, and I think we might even get into. She's a little shy about her signature, so we might actually do some redesigns for her signature live.
I don't think I've ever seen her signature. It'd be really cool.
She's got a PT initial, and it's pretty cool, but she asked me to kind of, see if we could tweak it a little bit. So maybe we'll do that live.
And after that, once you guys get that much coveted PT signature.
And it's only 15, so we're not that far away. Yeah.
We're real close. We could hit that within the day if we really, really hustle. After that, we have the 20K stretch goal, which is we're going to upgrade the book to a square-bound book. I wish we had a square-bound book for comparison, but if you guys have seen, a standard comic, I can show you.
Let me see. Keep talking. We might have one in the
all right, so
archives here.
Regular bound. It's like a staple, and let's see. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not really focusing, but as is, the book, even though it's 48 pages, will probably be something like this still, unless we make that upgrade.
We're still looking for what the chrono books that we put out through Image are square bound.
Yeah, if you guys have seen that, it's basically well, it's square bound, so it's got like a flat, so you can kind of put it on your bookshelf on display.
Yeah. Pamela's looking through the archives right now. We got Pamela in chat. Say hi, Pamela.
Hi, Pamela.
Gosh, she's so adorable. Yeah, so if we can't find it, I think most of you know what a square bound
Yeah.
looks like. So we're at square bound now. So,
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on now.
So then we get to 30K, which is to extend the book with new, never before seen story pages, which is kind of like the page you just saw. And oh, here we go. We got a
Here we go.
right
Here's
here.
So these are the Chrono books that we put out a couple years ago through Image. So this is kind of what the book will look like. So it's going to have the cardboard cover like this, and then the square bound is like this.
Yeah, it's got a flat where you can
I
see
don't
the
know if you
title
guys
and
can
stuff.
see it. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah.
There we go.
It's not stapled. It's they're glued in place, so you get the title of the book, the artist, and the company. So, and then we'll be able to do a cool back cover as well, because usually the graphic novels have front and back covers that are the same theme.
Yeah, it's kind of dressier, and I think for collectors putting it on display, it's a little nicer.
And I don't know. I mean, I may be putting like trying to move this thing forward too quickly, but I think what would be cool is a slipcase.
Ooh.
Like for the second volume,
Yes.
we could do a slipcase, so like a cool collector slipcase that you could put your black and white books in, and then you can also slip your ash cans in there as well. So you can have your whole black and white collection as one slipcase and put that on your bookshelf. I don't know if you guys are like me. I have a Lobo set that's done like that, and those slip cases are what are they called? Like slip covers?
It's the hard ones, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, they're
the-
like cardboard, and you can slide the books in. I think it's called slip case.
I like those. You can
And-
organize them all together.
Yeah, and you can put them on your bookshelf so you can find your collections, and you can kind of categorize things better and find your books better. I always like that, and also it protects your book, so it keeps your book in pristine condition. So there's our square bound. Oh, and now we're at 30.
New pages, yeah. So new, never before seen pages, like the one that you guys just saw. And we kind of, like Art was saying before, this is kind of a new story. And the thing is, with the black
It's
and
not
white,
kinda. It is a new story.
well, I just think like there's some concepts that we got to elaborate on that were kind of touched upon in the original, and with the new pages, like the new script does it, but with the new pages, it also just really help elaborate on some of the more interesting points that got touched on, but didn't really get to expand upon in the original series because it's so fast paced.
And all the new pages aren't going to be fluff or filler. They're going to be story pages because my gosh, we could expand this into a whole nother issue.
Oh yeah.
With the ideas and things that we've been throwing around. So case in point, like we showed you that Whitney scene, it's two pages now. So it's increased from one page before, the original, and now it's 2 pages. And like I said, when we were in Photoshop, that there's an idea for a 3rd page in that scene as well. So that 3rd page that I was talking about would be part of this 30,000 stretch goal. And like I said before, we have a lot of other ideas as well for new pages. So that's the one I'm really excited about, is the 30K stretch goal.
Yeah, we really just need the money and support to do these things because all this stuff just goes back into making this book the best that it can be.
Yeah, we're going to take the minimum we can, Taylor and I, to get by, to pay our bills, and then the rest is going to go back into this book, and then hopefully we'll be able to invest into the next book so it'll make it less financially, because right now I'm paying colorists and different people that are working on the book out of my pocket. So I'm already investing, my own money, not just time, but my own money into making this whole thing work. So yeah, so are we at 35?
Yeah, 35. We got a couple questions,
Okay.
but they're kind of unrelated. I don't know.
Well, let's do it. I mean,
All right, so we have, once this chat opens, Comic Book Bob says, Art, any chance of you doing some art tutorial videos on your channel? Ethan was doing some and I love them, but he stopped when he started doing his Star Wars rants.
Yeah, I have all kinds of things planned. The main thing I have to do is like right now, since we're launching this, I don't have a lot of time to do anything extra other than the minimum I have to do to just keep things going day to day. But what I want to look into is it's a rig. Jim Lee has it. It's probably really expensive, but I don't care. I need some kind of rig that I can set up so I can have a camera straight overhead so I can draw and something that doesn't take a lot of time to set up because right now a lot of the things we have are pretty intricate and jerry rigged just to get me to to videotape. That's why Taylor had to do it by hand today because my board's pretty big and these little arms, these little bendable arms for the iPad, they're too small. They don't go all the way over. And I think Mike showed me that he's got a little camera and he mounts it on the top of one of those bendy things. Oh, there goes the archives.
Oh no!
The archives, they're falling. Books are falling. So yeah, I think once I get into that, I'll be doing a lot more drawing because it'll be easy to set up.
Yeah. Comic Book Bob says, yeah, Mike's rig is pretty simple and cheap. People are praising Jim Lee. Primark says, I know you guys probably already know this, but getting on other Comicsgate channels and talking about your project is the best way to let the masses know about your book. And you've been doing that a lot, Art.
Yeah, I just did one last night with Ethan. And they're a lot of fun, too. Last night's on Ethan. If you didn't check it out, go. I think it's up. I'm not sure. But I talk about the old days, and we talk about Rob Liefeld and Extreme Studios a little bit.
One last thing. The chat says, I'd love to see a tier at the sketchbook. I like seeing the art process. It helps me with my own art.
We have one ghosted as a later down the line tier. So if this thing becomes a huge success and we go past the 55K stretch goal, then the sky's the limit because then like we were saying, there's flexible money there. There's money that we can start using for other things. So, the 40 to 50 is just kind of paying for the campaign. But anything we do beyond that, sketchbooks. God, what are some of the other things?
Yeah, we talked about maybe doing like a behind the scenes, like a production sketchbook. A while back, we talked about doing like a dossier that had it was from MI10's perspective. Ooh, I don't know about that.
I still would like to do that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We had a ton of stuff.
We had just a black and white in black and white. So we had the original scan pages that we would put, or like a before and after. So you see the original. Next 94, next to the remastered stuff. So we have a lot of ideas.
There is a PDF you can get. It's in the PDF bundle tier, I believe, and it doesn't have any the word balloons or anything on it, but it is just the black and white inked remastered pages. If you guys would like to have a digital version, you can kind of check everything out.
Yeah, we don't have a hard one planned yet, but maybe if we can get the stretch goals and get the thing funded, 40 to 50K, then we can start thinking about adding some new stuff. I feel strange talking about these numbers right now. It seems like it's such a milestone, but I do believe that there's a demand for this book for the past 25 years. I still get asked at conventions, and even every once in a while, people will send me books and bring it up, send me messages asking, whatever happened to black and white, when am we going to get to see it again, all that. So, yeah, I'm hoping with that demand that we can hit these stretch goals. So where are we at now?
We are at the sketch raffle, I believe.
Oh, this will be fun.
Oh, yeah, the 35K sketch raffle.
So this is like just a thanks to you. Well, go ahead and explain it. And then
okay, so what it is once we hit 35K, we're going to enter all the backers' names in a hat, and whoever gets pulled will get an original sketch. So once we reach that, one of you guys will have a chance to get that sketch. And it's just kind of a thank you to everybody. So everybody's entered in that. And I don't know if you want to elaborate on that.
Yeah,
one.
I'm sorry, my wife just handed me something. Yeah, it's the fun thank you tier. So the cool thing about Indiegogo, I believe that each one of you guys get a number.
Yes.
So unlike some of the other platforms, when we used Kickstarter before, they don't do this. And so with those numbers, we can, God, how many do we have now? We have a lot of
200
backers.
something. Yeah, so when we
we have 255 backers
so that
now.
person won't just get their name pulled, they'll have their backer number so we can actually confirm it's them.
Yeah, and so we'll draw the number, and then we can get you the drawing, and I'll be doing the drawing in advance, so you guys will get to see what the drawing will look like, and so you'll know what you'll win. So I think this is fun, and it's a nice thank you, and it's not going to cost you guys anything, and it'll just be me trying to give back to you guys for being so supportive and hitting that milestone stretch goal. So I want these things to be as much about giving back to you guys, and that's what the whole point of the stretch goals are, is to basically give you guys stuff that isn't going to cost you any more. So these are like freebies that we can give you for supporting us, and these are all, they should just call these thank you stretch goals, because that's what they basically are. And so that's the sketch raffle. Like I said, I'll draw it live as soon as I figure out this camera thing. I'll draw it live for you guys.
You guys will see the sketch.
Yeah, and then you guys can see it.
And we'll probably do the drawing of the drawing of the winner live too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so then we have the 40K stretch goal, which is the trading card. And if you guys have funded some of the other Comicsgate guys, you guys will know that the trading card is kind of a collector's item in the community.
Yeah, so I think there's definitely one for Cyberforce. There's one for Red Rooster, Lone Star, and I'm not sure if Doug. I'm pretty sure that Doug has funded his Doug TeNapel for his Bigfoot Bill. I believe that he's got his now, so he's going to have a drawing, a trading card as well. So so that'll be neat, and you can complete your set with all the the Comicsgate guys. So then we have
the 50K.
Oh, the big one.
Which seems unreal, which is the bonus for our colorist and letterer. Man, that card stuff. Oh, people are talking about the cards and how 90s they are. Someone said we should make a prismatic holographic card like they had in the 90s.
Oh man, those things were so cool. I did an X-Men trading card set, and I think I did all of the holograms, actually. I think there were 3 holograms, and they were like the really cool ones that had this, they have color in them. And I think there were 3 of them, and I think I know there was a Magneto one, a Rogue one, I think, and a Cyclops.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, they were pretty cool. Oh no, there was a Cable one. One, yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Where are we at? The bonus for the colorist and letterer? That should be kind of
Yeah.
self-explanatory.
Yeah, but that's also like a way that with your help, that we can give a little bit back to the talents that are supporting us and working with us on this. And so far we have like Kyle Ritter working on the color, and you saw, how do you say his name? Paria. You saw the big, page 6 splash. And and then a good friend of mine, and he's a brilliant letterer. He worked on the Chrono book. Let me see if I can find the credit since I have the Chrono book here.
There he is.
He's right here, Jeff Eckelberry. and so he does brilliant work. And like I said, he's an honorary Hack Shack Studios guy. Like I just look at him as another guy working right beside us, and he'll be coming in and lettering. And if we can give him a little bit of like Doug Tenable says, extra cheddar, we'll give him some extra cheddar there. So I think that'll just be a nice little thing that we can do for the people that have taken a chance and are working with us on this book.
Agreed. And then we finally have the mini print.
Yeah.
We don't have the artwork to show you yet, but this is the mini print that has brand new artwork, and all the backers will get this.
Okay, so this won't be the same mini print that's in. Is it the ultimate?
Yeah, we have a mini print in one of the two.
Yeah, so the ultimate tier mini print is going to be a cool version of the cover. So it'll just be, there won't be any lettering on it or, Hack Shack Studios logos. It'll just be the artwork. So it'll be totally uninterrupted and you don't have to look at all the text stuff. But this mini print, at least at this point, will probably be based on the trading card artwork. So I think this will be cool because the trading card artwork is small, but this will be the size of the actual comic book cover. So you'll get to see it in its glory, the way that will show it off a little bit better. So it'll be a mini print that is going to just be for this campaign. So it's exclusive. The only place you're going to be able to find this mini print and the other mini print will be in this Indiegogo campaign. So, what do we have in the chat? Do we have anything in the chitter chat?
Okay, Denali, that's some good advice. He says, don't call it a raffle, because I guess Indiegogo has a problem with that, and Mitch dealt with that. So we will change that for sure in the art raffle.
Okay, well, what did they change it to, if you don't mind me asking, if you can type that in?
Yeah, because I thought Mitch's still said raffle, which is the only,
I guess it would be giveaway, maybe? Is that what we would call it, versus a raffle?
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to say drawing, but that's going to sound weird.
Yeah, maybe raffle implies that you have to buy the tickets or something.
That's right. I kind of remember him being resistant to use that.
Yeah, so if we call it a giveaway, I think we can avoid the raffle aspects.
Do you guys have any plans for books after Black and White is finished? Asked Primark.
Yeah, if we're fortunate and with your help that we can fund this first one, it so feels weird talking about that stuff. But yes, we definitely have plans. So we would like to do a new Black and White series later down the line, it would be based on the ongoing that we had done in '95. So we still have that story arc that we'd like to. I think we have 2 or 3 issues done. So one of them came out, and then we have 2 other issues, and then the rest would be new territory. So those would all be remastered like this one. So there'd be additional pages, and it would all be rewritten. And then after that, to finish that series, we would probably have all new books that would be from scratch there. And then I'd like to put out another Chrono Mechanics series. I can't wait to see what you guys think of that. And then I have an art book, an Oodles and Doodles and other stuff too book, and I'd like to do a volume 2 of that I'd like to do through Indiegogo. And then after that, Taylor and I have a lot of new original ideas that we would like to do in comic book form as well. A lot of them are written as treatments, like animated show treatments, or as screenplays, but we'd like to adapt those and to put those into a comic book format as well. So we have a ton of plans, but we really do have to get this bad boy going first and foremost, and that's where all my focus is at. And I'm putting everything I can into this thing. And speaking of that, I think Taylor and I got some writing to do later on.
Definitely.
Yes.
It's hard to kind of like really look far past this while this thing is still in this stage.
Yeah. I think the dreams and the bigger goals are really we're gonna really be able to start entertaining those ideas once we get up, like midway through this campaign and get some of these stretch goals into your hands and get this party started. So let's see if there's no more questions. We can refresh this and then maybe wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Call it not a raffle, says Winham.
The not a raffle tier. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
funny.
we'll call it an art giveaway, the chat is saying.
So just a giveaway then, just a giveaway
Yeah,
tier.
we'll do that. Thanks, Denali, for giving us that info.
Yeah, I always appreciate you guys having our back on this. So that's part of this whole thing is there's a lot of feedback between us and you, and I really like that. It's one of my favorite things about doing this project is just being able to talk to you guys.
Devilish Boredom says, RT Bear, what is your favorite song by Tool?
You know what? I don't know any of the songs. I have all the albums. They're so like out there, the names and stuff. So I don't know, but I like each and every. What is the one that I always say? I'll make the pizza fit, and I always say that whenever I'm eating pizza because I'm always overeat. So ding ding ding. He's got the bass thing.
Well, he
So
has so many
pieces fit.
bands.
Is that the maybe that's the song? Pieces fit.
I think
I think
so.
that's my favorite song. I like all the Perfect Circle stuff as well. That stuff's amazing. And
Oh,
the
yeah. Schism, that's what it's called.
Schism. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then gosh, even Pussifer, is that the name? The what is it? The country B word.
Yeah, I don't know if we should say it.
My country B word. It's like bone, but it has an on it, and it won't go down.
You guys should totally look up Pussifer. It's great.
Yeah, it's some funny stuff. It's a little dark, but it's funny.
That stuff is fun, they said.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I'll probably be bopping in and out other people's YouTube channels throughout the day. So I just wanted to really spend a moment to just show you a little bit more about what the Remastered is, and I'll be doing more as we progress. And to thank you, first and foremost, to thank you guys for all the support. This is nothing short of amazing. 252 backers, 141% financed, and this is what we just ended day 4?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, we're just starting. Actually, yeah, we just ended day 4.
Thank you, backers, and thanks to everybody who's been spreading the word and helping us get this out there.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna refresh the page. 14112. What does he say?
Congratulations on the book. You are decent people, and we appreciate you guys caring about fans, unlike the current industry. Aw, thanks, Primark.
Yeah, thank you so much.
The word of T-Bear.
The word of the T-Bear. Yes. Okay, so let's do this. I think I hear Taylor's stomach growling. I don't know if you guys heard. Did you hear it when she was videotaping right at the beginning?
Hopefully it didn't pick up, but yes, it was.
Her stomach was growling. This girl needs to be fed. Okay, guys. So thanks again, and let's refresh this bad boy. 14. Yeah.
Yay.
So what is that? Another couple books and 253 backers and 141%. Yeah, so thanks guys. Thank you so very much. And we'll see you on somebody else's chat, I'm sure, and tomorrow as well. So have a good one.
Thanks, you guys.